Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something that's probably been on your mind lately, artificial intelligence, or AI. Whether you've heard about ChatGPT, seen AI-generated images, or just keep hearing the term everywhere, you might be wondering what this means for you and your career. Here's the thing, AI isn't just some futuristic technology anymore. It's here, it's real, and it's already changing the way we work. But here's the good news, you don't need to be a tech expert to use it. In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to break down exactly what AI is, how it works in simple terms, and most importantly, how it can help you in your job, no matter what field you're in. So let's get started. First things first, what actually is AI? At its core, artificial intelligence is just software that can learn from data and make decisions or predictions based on that learning. Think of it like teaching a really smart assistant. Instead of programming it with specific rules for every possible situation, you feed it examples, and it figures out patterns on its own. Let me give you a simple example. Remember when email spam filters first came out? Early versions had simple rules. If an email contains certain words, it's spam, but modern spam filters use AI. They've analyzed millions of emails, both spam and legitimate ones, and learned to recognize patterns that humans might miss. They get better over time because they keep learning. That's AI in a nutshell. Machines learning from examples rather than following rigid instructions. Now, there are different types of AI you'll hear about. Machine learning is when computers learn from data to make predictions or decisions. Natural language processing, or NLP, is AI that understands and generates human language. This is what powers chatbots and voice assistants. Computer vision helps machines understand images and videos. Generative AI is the newest buzzword. This is AI that creates new content, whether that's text, images, code, or even music. You don't need to memorize all these terms, but it helps to know they exist. The key takeaway? AI is a tool that helps computers do tasks that normally require human intelligence. Okay, so why should you care about AI in your day-to-day work? Here's the reality. AI isn't going to replace your job, but someone who knows how to use AI might. That's not meant to scare you, it's meant to empower you. Because the truth is, AI is like having a super-powered assistant that can handle the boring, repetitive stuff, so you can focus on what really matters. Think about your typical workday. How much time do you spend on tasks like sorting through emails, scheduling meetings, creating first drafts of documents, organizing data, searching for information, doing basic research? These are exactly the kinds of tasks AI excels at. And when AI handles these, you free up your time for creative thinking, strategy, relationship building, and the complex problem solving that actually requires a human touch. Here's a stat that might surprise you. Studies show that workers who use AI tools effectively can complete tasks 30 to 80% faster than those who don't. That's not a small difference, that's game-changing. But it gets better. AI doesn't just make you faster, it can make you better at your job. It can help you catch mistakes, generate ideas you might not have thought of, analyze data in ways that would take hours manually, and even learn skills faster through personalized training. The key is understanding that AI is a collaborator, not a replacement. You bring creativity, judgment, emotional intelligence, and experience. AI brings speed, data processing power, and pattern recognition. Together, you're more powerful than either alone. Okay, we've talked about the big picture, but let's get specific. How can you actually use AI in your job starting today? It's not about some far-off future, it's about practical tools that can make your work life easier and more effective right now. I'll break this down by common work tasks that apply across almost every industry, from marketing to finance to engineering. First up, writing and communication. If your job involves any kind of writing, and let's be honest, most jobs do, AI can be a massive help. We're talking about everything from daily emails and team updates to formal reports, client proposals, or even presentation scripts. Tools like ChatGPT, Claude, or the AI built directly into Microsoft Word and Google Docs can help you. Draft emails faster, especially those repetitive ones. Overcome writer's block by generating initial outlines and ideas. Improve your grammar and tone, ensuring your message lands exactly as intended. Summarize long documents, articles, or email chains in seconds, and even translate content into different languages, breaking down communication barriers. Now, here's how I recommend using AI for writing. Don't just ask it to write the final product for you. That's a recipe for generic, soulless content. Instead, treat it as a brainstorming partner. Ask it to generate 5 different subject lines for an important email. Have it create a detailed outline for your quarterly report. Use it to rephrase a clunky paragraph. Then, you step in. You refine it. You add your unique expertise, your personal voice, and you make it your own. It's about augmenting your skills, not replacing them. Next, let's talk about research and information gathering. Need to get up to speed on a new topic, a competitor, or an industry trend quickly? AI is absolutely incredible for this. Instead of spending hours sifting through search results and dense articles, you can now ask an AI to summarize complex topics in simple, easy-to-understand terms. Get the key takeaways and action items from lengthy reports or academic papers. Ask it to compare different products, strategies, or solutions, laying them out in a table for you. And find relevant examples or case studies to support your argument or proposal. But here's a crucial pro tip. Always verify important facts, figures, and dates. AI models can sometimes hallucinate or present outdated information. Think of the AI as a brilliant but sometimes unreliable research assistant. It's great for getting the general picture and accelerating your learning, but you are still the editor-in-chief. You need to double-check any specific data points that are critical to your work. Third on our list, data analysis. Even if you're not a data scientist, you probably work with data in some form. Spreadsheets with sales numbers, customer feedback from surveys, website analytics. AI tools can democratize data analysis, helping you identify trends, patterns, and outliers you might have otherwise missed. Create compelling visualizations and charts automatically from raw numbers. Clean up messy data like formatting inconsistencies or duplicate entries, and generate high-level insights from large datasets in plain language. Modern tools like Excel and Google Sheets now have AI features built right in. You can highlight a block of data, click a button, and ask a question in plain English like, what were our top 5 products by revenue in Q2? The AI can then analyze your data and suggest formulas, pivot tables, or charts to answer that question. It's like having a data analyst looking over your shoulder, ready to help. Number 4, creative work. For those in design, marketing, or any creative field, AI is unlocking incredible new possibilities. It can act as a tireless creative assistant to help you generate dozens of initial design concepts or mood boards in minutes, create variations of images or layouts to explore different directions, brainstorm taglines, ad copy, or entire campaign ideas, edit photos or videos faster with intelligent selection and enhancement tools, even create royalty-free background music or sound effects for your projects. The key here, once again, is using AI for ideation and acceleration, not final replacement. The AI can generate 100 ideas, but your creative judgment, your taste, and your understanding of the brand and audience are what make the final work valuable. It handles the grunt work so you can focus on the strategy and artistry. And finally, my personal favorite, learning and skill development. In today's fast-changing world, continuous learning is essential. AI is a revolutionary tool for this, acting like a personal tutor available 24/7. You can ask it to explain complex concepts in simple terms, using analogies you understand. Get step-by-step tutorials customized to your current knowledge level. Practice new skills, like a new language or a software feature, and get immediate feedback. And even learn the fundamentals of coding, even if you're starting from absolute zero. Think about it. Want to finally master advanced Excel formulas? Ask an AI to teach you, giving you practice problems and checking your work. Need to understand a technical concept for a project meeting tomorrow? AI can break it down for you in a way that makes sense. It's truly personalized, on-demand education, tailored just for you. Let me make this even more concrete with examples across different professions. For marketing professionals, use AI to analyze customer sentiment from reviews, generate multiple ad copy variations for testing, create social media content calendars, personalize email campaigns based on customer data, and predict which content will perform best. For sales teams, AI can help prioritize leads based on likelihood to convert, draft personalized outreach messages, analyze call transcripts to identify what works, forecast sales trends, and automate follow-up scheduling. For customer service, implement AI chatbots for common questions, get suggested responses for complex inquiries, analyze customer feedback to identify recurring issues, translate conversations in real time for international customers, and predict customer needs before they ask. For project managers, use AI to automatically update project timelines, identify potential bottlenecks before they happen, generate status reports from team updates, optimize resource allocation, and predict project completion dates. For HR professionals, screen resumes more efficiently while reducing bias, generate job descriptions, create personalized onboarding materials, analyze employee feedback for trends, and predict employee turnover risk. For financial analysts, automate data entry and reconciliation, identify anomalies in financial data, generate forecasts based on historical trends, create financial reports automatically and analyze market trends. For designers, generate mood boards and concepts, remove backgrounds from images instantly, create variations of designs quickly, resize and adapt designs for different platforms, and generate color palettes. For educators, create personalized lesson plans, generate quiz questions and assignments, provide students with AI tutoring support, analyze student performance data, and translate materials for multilingual classrooms. The pattern here? AI handles the repetitive, time-consuming parts so you can focus on strategy, creativity, and the human elements of your job. So, you're convinced AI can help. Where do you start? First, identify your pain points. What tasks eat up most of your time? What feels repetitive or tedious? Start there. Here are some free or low-cost AI tools you can start using today. For general assistance in writing, ChatGPT has a free tier that's incredibly powerful. Claude is another excellent option. Both can help with writing, brainstorming, research, and problem-solving. For work-specific tasks, Microsoft Copilot integrates AI into Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Google Workspace is adding similar features. If you already use these tools, AI is literally built in. For design, Canva has AI features for non-designers. Adobe has added AI across their Creative Suite. DALL-E, or Midjourney for generating images. For code, GitHub Copilot helps with coding, even if you're just learning. ChatGPT can also write and debug code. For meetings, Otter.ai or Fireflies.ai can transcribe meetings and create summaries automatically. Here's my recommended approach for beginners. Week 1, just explore. Pick one AI tool and play with it. Ask it random questions, see what it can do, get comfortable with the interface. Week 2, identify one specific work task to automate or improve. Maybe it's drafting emails or summarizing reports. Use AI for just that one thing consistently. Week 3, expand to a second use case. Start building AI into your daily workflow. Week 4, share what you've learned with colleagues. Teaching others reinforces your own learning. Remember, you don't need to become an AI expert overnight. Start small, build confidence, and expand from there. Now let's talk about how to actually use AI well, because there's a right way and a wrong way to do this. Be specific with your requests. Vague inputs get vague outputs. Instead of write an email, try write a professional email to a client explaining a 2-week project delay. Maintaining a positive tone and offering solutions. Iterate and refine. Your first AI output probably won't be perfect, and that's okay. Treat it like a conversation. If the response isn't quite right, tell the AI what to change. Make this more concise, or add more technical details, or change the tone to be more casual. Provide context. AI works better when it understands the situation. Include relevant background, your audience, and your goals. The more context you give, the better the results. Always review and edit. Never copy-paste AI output directly without reviewing it. AI can make mistakes, include outdated information, or miss the nuance you need. Think of AI as creating a strong first draft that you refine with your expertise. Use AI as a thought partner. Some of the best uses of AI aren't about getting final answers. They're about exploring ideas. Ask, what am I missing? Or, what are alternative approaches? Use it to challenge your thinking, protect sensitive information. Don't input confidential company data, personal information about clients, or proprietary information into public AI tools. Check your company's AI usage policies. Learn prompt engineering basics. This sounds fancy, but it just means learning how to ask AI questions effectively. Some quick tips. Be clear about the format you want. Give examples of what you're looking for. Specify any constraints and break complex tasks into steps. Combine AI with human judgment. AI is a tool, not a decision maker. Use it to gather information and generate options, but you make the final call based on your experience and understanding. Now, it's completely natural to have some questions or even anxieties when a technology as powerful as AI enters the picture. So, let's take a moment to address some of the most common worries you might have. We'll tackle them head on, separating the hype from the reality, so you can move forward with confidence. Will AI take my job? This is often the first question on everyone's mind. Here's the honest answer. AI itself probably won't take your job, but it will absolutely change it. The nature of work is evolving. Yes, jobs that are purely repetitive and predictable are at risk of automation, but the vast majority of roles require a blend of creativity, emotional intelligence, complex problem-solving, and nuanced human judgment. These are precisely the areas where AI struggles and humans excel. AI can't replicate your intuition or your ability to build relationships. The people who thrive in this new era will be those who learn to partner with AI, using it to enhance their own capabilities. Think of it like when computers first arrived in offices, they didn't eliminate the need for office workers. They transformed their roles, automating tedious calculations and filing, and freeing up people to focus on higher-level strategy and communication. I'm not tech-savvy enough to use AI. This is a surprisingly common fear, but let me put it to rest. If you can send an email, use a search engine, or post on social media, you already have the fundamental skills to use AI. The beauty of modern AI tools is that they are designed to be conversational and incredibly intuitive. You don't need to learn a single line of code. You literally just type what you want in plain, everyday English, as if you were talking to a helpful assistant. The barrier to entry has never been lower. AI makes mistakes. This is absolutely true. And it's one of the most important things to understand. AI can be confidently wrong, a phenomenon sometimes called hallucination, where it makes up information. It can also misunderstand context or nuance. That's precisely why your role is so critical. You must always review and verify its output, especially for important tasks. But let's be fair, humans make mistakes too. We get tired, we misremember facts, we have off days. The key is to reframe the relationship. Use AI as a brilliant but sometimes flawed collaborator. You bring the critical thinking, the domain expertise, and the final judgment. AI brings the incredible speed, the vast knowledge base, and the tireless ability to generate ideas. Together, you're better than either one alone. Using AI feels like cheating. This is a mindset shift. And, an important one to make, is using a calculator for complex math cheating, is using spell check to catch typos cheating, is using Google to find information cheating. Of course not. They are all tools that augment our abilities and make us more effective. AI is the next evolution in that toolkit. It's a powerful lever that helps you accomplish more, faster. The integrity of your work isn't compromised as long as you understand the subject matter, can verify the accuracy of the output, and most importantly, add your own unique value, insight, and expertise on top. It's about working smarter, not cutting corners. It's too expensive. While some highly specialized enterprise-level AI systems can be costly, the barrier to entry for individuals and small teams is incredibly low. In fact, it's often zero. Many of the most powerful and popular AI tools, like ChatGPT, Claude, and the AI features built into Google and Microsoft products, have robust free tiers. These are more than enough to get you started and deliver significant value. Even the paid pro versions are typically a small monthly subscription, often cheaper than a single hour of specialized consulting, a training course, or even a few cups of coffee. The return on that small investment can be enormous. My company won't allow it. This is a valid and growing concern. Some companies have placed restrictions on using external AI tools, especially with sensitive, confidential, or proprietary data, and that's a reasonable and responsible precaution. However, this doesn't mean the door is closed. Many organizations are actively developing internal AI policies and even providing their own secure AI tools. If your company is hesitant, don't just wait. Propose a small-scale pilot program. Identify a low-risk, non-sensitive workflow where AI could provide a clear benefit, like drafting marketing copy or summarizing public reports. By demonstrating the value responsibly, you can be the person who helps your organization navigate this transition thoughtfully and safely. Let's look ahead a bit. Where is this all going? In the next few years, AI will become as common in the workplace as email or spreadsheets. It won't be a special tool, it'll just be built into everything you already use. We're already seeing this with Microsoft, Google, and Adobe integrating AI into their core products. The skills that will matter most in an AI-enabled workplace are critical thinking. AI can generate information, but you need to evaluate whether it's correct and relevant. Creativity. AI can assist with creative work, but original thinking and innovation remain uniquely human. Emotional intelligence. Understanding people, building relationships, navigating complex social situations. These are areas where humans excel. Adaptability. Technology will keep changing. The ability to learn new tools and approaches quickly is invaluable. Prompt engineering and AI collaboration. Knowing how to effectively work with AI tools will be a core skill, like typing or using spreadsheets today. Domain expertise. AI is general purpose, but your specific knowledge of your industry, company, and clients is what makes your work valuable. Here's what I think will happen. The work week won't necessarily get shorter, but the nature of work will shift. You'll spend less time on routine tasks and more time on strategic thinking, relationship building, creative problem solving, and the work that requires human judgment and expertise. Jobs will evolve. New roles will emerge. AI trainers, prompt engineers, AI ethicists, automation specialists. Some tasks will become obsolete, but new ones will arise. This has happened with every major technological shift in history. The winners in this transition will be the people who embrace AI as a tool for augmentation, stay curious and keep learning, focus on developing uniquely human skills, and help others navigate the change. That could be you. Actually, by watching this video, you're already ahead of many people who are still ignoring AI or hoping it goes away. Alright, we've covered a lot of ground, exploring what AI is and how it's reshaping our professional lives. But knowledge without action is just potential. So, let's turn that potential into progress. It's time to wrap this up with a concrete step-by-step action plan, designed to take you from curious observer to confident user in just 1 week. This isn't about a massive, time-consuming overhaul, it's about small, consistent steps. Here's what I want you to do in the next week. Think of it as a low-pressure experiment. Day 1. Your only goal is to sign up for one free AI tool. ChatGPT or Claude are fantastic starting points because they're user-friendly and incredibly versatile. Don't overthink it. Just go to the website and create an account. That's it. That's the win for day 1. Day 2. Now, let's play. Spend just 15 minutes exploring. The goal here is simply to get comfortable. Ask it random, fun questions. Ask it to write a poem about your coffee mug, or plan a trip to Mars. See what it can do, notice its style, and get a feel for the interface. This is about demystifying the tool and making it feel less like a complex machine, and more like a creative partner in the AI wide. So it's Trowy. Blind Triads 3. Now that you're more comfortable, identify one specific low-stakes work task where AI could lend a hand. Think about something repetitive or that you often procrastinate on. Maybe it's drafting a standard weekly update email, summarizing a long article you need to read, or brainstorming a few talking points for an upcoming meeting. Choose something simple. Day 4. Today, you execute. Use the AI for that specific task you identified. Don't worry about getting it perfect on the first try. The key is to see how it goes, and then refine your approach. If the first output isn't quite right, think about how you could change your prompt. Could you be more specific? Give it more context. This is your first real-world test. Day 5. Time to broaden your horizons. Try a completely different use case. If you drafted an email yesterday, try using it for creative brainstorming today. If you summarized a document, try asking it to explain a complex topic in simple terms. The goal is to see the breadth of what's possible. Day 6. This step is crucial. Take a few minutes to document what worked and what didn't. You don't need a formal report. A simple note will do. What prompts gave you the best results? What tasks were a perfect fit for AI, and which ones still needed a human touch? This is how you start building your own personal best practices. Day 7. Share one thing you learned with a colleague or a friend. It could be a cool trick you discovered or a surprisingly helpful output you got. Teaching is one of the best ways to reinforce your own learning, and you might just inspire someone else to start their own journey. Remember the goal here. You don't need to become an AI expert overnight. You don't need to know how the algorithms work. You just need to become someone who knows how to strategically leverage AI to do your job better, faster, and more creatively. That is a completely achievable goal, and this 7-day plan is your first step. The AI revolution isn't some distant event on the horizon. It's here, right now, but that should be a source of excitement, not fear. You have the power to harness these incredible tools to become more effective, more creative, and ultimately, more valuable in your work. This is your opportunity to get ahead of the curve. The narrative that AI will replace you is incomplete. AI won't replace you. But a person, empowered and augmented by AI, will be capable of achieving things that were simply not possible before. This is about partnership, not replacement. So here's my challenge to you. Don't wait for a mandate. Don't let fear of the unknown or the feeling of being overwhelmed hold you back. Start today. Start small. Pick one tool, try one simple task, and just see what happens. I think you'll be genuinely surprised at how quickly you get comfortable with it and how much it can help you, even in small ways. If you found this video and the action plan helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on navigating the future of work. I'd love to hear from you, so drop a comment below and let me know what AI tool you're going to try first. Or, if you're already using AI, share one tip or a way it's helped you in your job. Let's learn from each other. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.